Well, good morning and welcome to the Morning Sip. Today's show is called Interesting Things About Crystal Springs, and right now we're in front of a barn. What's interesting about a barn? I think, Josh, should I tell him what's kind of interesting? I'm just going to give you this hint right here. There's something really, really cool going on inside. That is Mary Landrum, and we're going to talk about all the things that she's doing. We're going to talk about Crystal Springs, and Tal, I'm just going to send it back. What do you think this show is about so far? Let's see.
Are you going to ride a horse?
Well, I bet you didn't think this would be inside of this barn. Coming up after the break, we're going to talk about exactly how everything goes down here in Crystal Springs. But for now, we should talk about places you should go when you come to visit Crystal Springs. I'm here with Mary Landrum Pyron, and you make some really interesting hats. What is this out of?
This is a custom hat shop in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. I make custom handmade felt hats.
Gotcha. So how long have you been doing this?
I started in 2019 in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and then in April of 21 I decided to move back to Mississippi and make them in my hometown.
Now, you said you have people from all over the world and all over the country coming here.
Yes.
And they see the process and all the things. So can we see the process?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get started. So we'll take that felt hat, stick it in this finger blocker from 1860. We'll take the hat block, which is what we're going to get your size from. We'll stretch that. Take it out of there, tie a little rope around it, and then we like for it to sit overnight. And from there, we'll start the sanding process.
So, sanding, how do we do this? Wait, uh-oh.
So we'll start with that raw felt.
Oh, wait a minute. Heat it up there this morning. Okay. So how long does it take you to do this?
It takes about 8 hours per hat. It kind of just depends on each one, but since we're completely handmade, it's a lot of love that goes into it. So right now we're just sanding off that felt. We want to get it nice and smooth.
So then when you think about making the hats, what's your favorite one? Is your favorite one in here or is your favorite one on your head?
No, my favorite one's over there. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. But my sister's favorite hat, and the first hat I actually made, was a powder blue hat, and I was at a trunk show in Memphis early on, and I ended up selling it right off her head. She's been upset with me ever since.
Wow. So 8-hour process, people coming from all over the world and the country. So you even had somebody come from as far as where?
The Netherlands.
Incredible.
Yeah, to Crystal Springs, Mississippi.
So does it still blow your mind that people don't know that you're here?
It does. It really does. We have a pretty good social media presence, a really nice website, and we've been in a lot of different publications. So we're trying to get our name out as fast as we can while still maintaining a high quality product.
That is awesome. One of the interesting things here in Crystal Springs, that is our show for today. And we're going to keep seeing how this process is made. So stay with us. The Morning Sip returns after this. Now, another interesting place here in Crystal Springs is the Robert Johnson Blues Museum. And Mary Landrum, if Robert Johnson were to wear a hat, what do you think, which one would he like?
I think he'd probably go with a shorter brim and then more of that teardrop, probably a little pencil curl through the back.
All right. Now, somebody's at home probably saying, who is Robert Johnson? So let's find out.
The music that my grandfather wrote and performed has become a staple for musicians around the world.
If you don't know who Robert Johnson is, all it takes is a trip to the Robert Johnson Blues Foundation in Crystal Springs to learn.
He's known as the father of modern rock and roll and the king of the Delta Blues. So it is important that we not only know the history of Robert Johnson, but also to keep his legacy alive.
It's not uncommon to visit the museum and meet someone from another country.
I first learned about Robert Johnson when I was about 13 years old. Being from Vancouver, we had a lot of white blues, but not original blues up there. And I started following Robert Johnson very, very early, and this is my first time here. I've been to the crossroads, I've been to the cemetery. Now I want to come to the museum, so I'm here.
And since we've been here, from that corner wall all the way around, you see the different signatures and different locations of countries and different states. We didn't even have a bunch of locals that has come through. They didn't have an opportunity to come through and visit the museum. So I would encourage anybody to come and take a look at us and see what's going on here.
Organizers say they are working on new things for the year and hope to see you there. In Crystal Springs, Kayla Thompson, 12 News. Now, welcome back to the Morning Sip. Today, we are in Crystal Springs telling you about interesting things that are here, and we are right inside of the barn at ML Provisions. Check out these hats. These are custom, handmade felt hats with so many different designs. I mean, you can tell that you really put some work into it, 8 hours to be exact. And we're going to find out more information about it, get a hat fitted and all the things, but just take a look at this. Okay, Tal, you got to tell me which one is your favorite. What's your favorite color you're seeing right now?
I like the pink one earlier on that was on the rack.
All right, we had to come back to this part with the flambe. So you were talking about Maryland. All right, and where else should people go when they come to Crystal Springs?
Everybody needs to stop at C&B Farms, grab some homegrown peanuts, and hit up Louise's too and get the clear pit sauce, marinate your steaks in it.
All right, and we've got some more places you should check out. Morning Sip returns after this. See, What are we doing now?
So now we're going to shape the hat. This is when you come in for your hour and 45-minute appointment. You'll pick out the hat that's the right color and size for you, and then we'll start working it to the shape that fits you. So I'm going to do a teardrop with the pencil curl for you.
You said the pencil curl is your signature.
Yes.
So when I come in, how do I know if I want, what's this called?
So this is more of that Western shape. I call it a soft Western. It has that pencil curl through the back and a tall modified Gus crown.
So now you are booked and busy, like we like to say. How do we get an appointment?
So you'll reach out through my website, mlprovisions.com, or through Instagram at mlprovisions, and then you'll sign up on a Google Doc, and when it's your turn to schedule, I'll send out a link and you'll book through that link.
Gotcha. So you said, people try and call and all those things, you try and just keep it all managed. So go to the website to find out how to get more information on you. But just again,
it's worth the wait too.
I believe it. I've seen some things this morning and some equipment from the 1800s that we wouldn't see any other way, right?
Exactly. And that's what makes these heirloom high quality pieces.
Gotcha. And then of course, being in Crystal Springs, we talked about this earlier. People still didn't know that you were here. Mm-hmm. Now that we know that you're here, should we come check you out?
Definitely.
So, also your dad is here this morning. He doesn't want to walk over here just yet. But your dad is here, and what kind of hat does your dad like?
Well, my dad, he looks good in a teardrop with a light little dip in the front, dip in the back when I can get him to wear a hat. But ML Provisions wouldn't be what it is without the support of my family and friends and community of Crystal Springs. And I just say thank you, Jesus, because I never dreamed that this business would take off like this.
Gotcha. Now this hat is getting flyer and flyer by. Can we just try it and see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a small head, but
look at me.
I feel like it. Is it fly?
Oh yeah, it looks good.
Okay, now.
Let's see. And then we can add some decorations.
Okay. And you got a lot of different things. I can put a feather in it. I can do all things.
Feathers, different textures, some vintage hat ribbon, some velvet. I like a leather finish on the bottom, add a fun satin piece on the top.
That is nice. I think that's the perfect piece, right?
Yeah.
And as we continue the morning sip this morning, we're going to take you to that perfect piece in Crystal Springs. Stay with us. That's fly.
We off?
There we go. We're here at that perfect piece, and we're trying to find the perfect gift or the perfect piece for this Valentine's Day. Do you think we have something in here?
We've got lots.
To put the name to the test, Marie and I took 5 minutes to look around for something we'd love. Do you think you found something nice?
I think I did. It's something very unique. It is a guitar. This is a handmade guitar. A friend of my husband's made this. My husband plays guitar. It's very unique.
It is very unique. I mean, it's different little pieces. Some people call them junk pieces, throwaway pieces. Well, he took them and created a masterpiece.
And then now, of course, we had to go to the radio.
Oh, of course you had to go to the radio. You've got a retro Philco radio. It's a Bakelite. Bakelite's kind of like it's a plastic. It's just an old form. But that's a red Philco Bakelite clock radio. I don't know if it works. We could plug it in and try, but it's a cool piece just to have out on display.
And you can take a trip to that perfect piece in Crystal Springs to find jewelry, china, and other unique gifts for yourself or someone else, even after Valentine's Day. The Morning Sip continues after this. All right, we hope you enjoyed today's show. It's time for that ML Provision stamp of approval for today's hat. Made in Mississippi. Check that out. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for watching The Morning Sip.